So I got a twist of a story. 51-year-old black man was sitting in his car or getting ready to do something in his with his car when a white kid comes walking up to him to try to carjack him. The car owner shot the boy in the foot. You heard that right. Shot the boy in the foot. Didn't kill him, didn't do anything like that. But now the car owner has gone and gotten arrested. Why? Because he was defending his car against a violent crime. Now, Atlanta, you would think, would not do something this stupid, but this is what they've done. And I applaud this feller. His name is Yoshay Carter. I actually like what Yoshay Carter did. Matter of fact, I know the folks in the Atlanta area, and a lot of these folks are tired of the crime that's there. Now, it doesn't make the headlines like it does in other places, but, Carter was booked into Fulton County Jail, the same place that had to deal, or that has that idiot DA who went after Trump. So, this is what's going on. And I'm going to read to you from what is Fox News, and I'll be quite honest with you. Yoshay Carter, folks need to back this man up. He did used his Second Amendment rights to protect himself from a violent criminal, yet he's the one that got arrested. And yeah, there are color considerations in this, I'm sure, but at the same time, he used his Second Amendment rights to protect himself and his property. That was what the Second Amendment was put in there for. Well, okay, one of the reasons it was put in there. But we're going to cover this. So, hit like and subscribe if you want to know what's going on federal, state, or local level government, because this is definitely a government issue. And let's get into this story.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
So, an Atlanta carjacking victim was arrested after allegedly shooting a boy who was breaking into his car. Officials told affiliates Fox News 5 Atlanta police responded just after 3 a.m. to a person shot in Fairburn Maze, which is a nice little area, approximately 20 miles south of the city center. When Atlanta Police Department officers arrived, they found a boy under the age of 18 with a gunshot wound to his foot, according to the report. Police said the boy admitted he was shot after breaking into a car. He was taken to a children's hospital and is expected to survive. Yoshay Carter, 51, who owns the car, told authorities the shooting happened when he confronted the boy, the outlet reported. Carter was later arrested and charged with aggravated assault, according to police. He was booked into the Fulton County Jail. Under Georgia law, there is a statute that covers use of force in defense of property other than a habitation. A person is justified in threatening or using force when he reasonably believes it's necessary to prevent or stop criminal interference with property he lawfully possesses according to the statute. However, the use of force that is intended or likely to cause death or greater bodily harm is not justified to protect property unless the person using force reasonably believes such force is necessary to prevent a forcible felony according to Georgia law. Georgia also has a no duty to retreat statute, which says those using force as self-defense of habitation or defense of property do not need to retreat. Police did not confirm if self-defense laws apply in the Friday case, according to the report. So this is what's going on. This feller was getting broken into, or having his car broken into, and he probably, considering I know the Fairburn area, probably was not wanting to deal with the bull. So this is what he did. It's a lot of interesting facts going on there. Now, folks, I'm looking at this and I'm going, why is this aggravated assault? This is, in all honesty, what a lot of folks down in the Atlanta area are fed up with. And they're going to protect themselves. There's a whole lot of violent crime that goes on in that area. Matter of fact, I know a young lady that ended up getting put into a gang because, well, that's her neighborhood. And this wasn't some, you know, black girl or anything like that. This is a white girl that was forced into being part of a gang. And she chose getting beaten in instead of the other way that females get put into gangs. Why? Because her neighborhood, that was her only protection. This was a little petite thing that was having to deal with that kind of crime. Atlanta area has got way too much crime. Well, most cities in this country do. And folks are fed up with it. And you even have cops that will tell you should carry a firearm. I think I'm joking with you. I've talked to cops in the Atlanta area. They have said they like the idea of people carrying firearms to protect themselves because they can normally take care of the situation before the cops have to come out and put chalk lines on the ground. Mr. Carter, the intended victim of the crime, protected his property in probably the best way to do it. I don't care what his color is because I consider him somebody who dealt with a situation that needed to be dealt with. Now, yeah, the color situation got reversed on this one than a lot of people think should be talked about, but I'll tell you something. I applaud Mr. Carter. He dealt with it in the way that folks need to deal with it. Criminals need to stop being coddled in this country. They need to start being held accountable. And this carjacker being underage probably would get a slap on the wrist and probably wouldn't have much done to him. So he's been shot in the foot. Wasn't a deadly shot at all. I even applaud that Mr. Carter used some thought process. He proved a point without putting the boy in any kind of danger. Oh, he got shot. He's got put in danger. Well, he was committing a crime. A crime that has a lot of implications. So, yeah, I ain't real worried about that victim because it teaches a lesson across the country. And I don't want violence happening. But with the cop situation in this country and the way that they're treated, folks are taking matters and dealing with it via what the law says. So I'm going to be following this case because, well, I'm kind of interested in what happens here. And you may think that I'm sounding like I'm violent. I'm not. I really don't want to see violence. I want to see these kids being educated and doing something productive. This kid don't sound like he was doing something productive in any way, shape, or form. So this is what's happening. You tell me what you think, though. And I know there's going to be some folks that are going to disagree with me. They're going to go, well, this is what he shouldn't have done that. Now he could have just gone to insurance. Well, people have cars and they kind of like their cars. So, yeah, this kid was breaking the law and learned the lesson the hard way. And now the justice system is saying that they they're upset at all this. That's the way things go down in the Atlanta area. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.